In Roxbury, community development can mean housing or business, but it can also mean cultural opportunities for creators and the rest of the neighborhood. That's why the Madison Park Development Corporation established a cultural hub at Hibernian Hall to help support its programs. There's a fall event known as Spark for Arts. This year's version online is a dinner in black on November 19th. To tell us about it is Madison Park's Director of Communications and Events, Kelly Ransom. Thank you very much for being with us, Kelly.
Thank you so much for having me, Chris. It's good to be here.
Kelly, ordinarily, things would be done differently. There would be live events you could see in person at Hibernian Hall. That's very nice. People are familiar with that. But go back to the beginning of all this. Why did this happen in the first place?
Sparks.
Well, not only Sparks, but the whole idea of a cultural hub at Hibernian Hall.
It's a really important look. It's right in the heart of Nubian Square on Dudley Street in Roxbury, and it used to be a dance hall and an Irish social club back in the day. And Madison Park Development Corporation purchased the building. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble for not knowing the date, but in the early 2000s. And renovated the hall into a arts and culture space. So now we are known as an arts and culture hub in the heart of Nubian Square in Roxbury. And we work with lots of different other partners and artists, but we also do programming to cultivate and nurture up and coming artists.
One other thing I should mention too here is that even though we have all these distancing requirements because of the pandemic, you can't see things in person, but you have things going on at the hall that are being basically, streamed virtually, right?
Yes, so we have been doing some programming throughout the COVID times. We started in about June, I think was when our first program was. For our playwriting lab, we had a little reception, but the way that it's been working is we have the hall, which is a nice open space, and everyone who comes in to be a part of the programming, to be filmed or rehearse, has to fill out, the standard COVID plan, the plan that they're not sick and what those places have been doing, and we're using social distancing and making sure people are wearing PPE, but we're lucky enough that we have enough space that we can socially distant have performances and record them. So it's been great and it's been working.
Well, with Spark for Arts, this is the annual fundraiser. You're there to raise money at this event, but in person, it means you get to see people, and that's part of the experience. How did you retain that this year when you're doing it virtually?
So when I started conceptualizing this event with our team in April, I knew that things were going to have to change for us and for events in general. I'm an event planner by trade, so it's something that I've been thinking about for a really long time throughout this pandemic, not before, because who would have thought about that? And something that I thought was really important was to make it so that people felt like they were really with us and they were experiencing a gala to the best of the abilities, even though it was online. And this was in the beginning when we started talking about this, before Zoom fatigue was a thing and screen time was a lot. So we're really trying to make sure that people feel that they're engaged and having a good time and dressed up and eating with us and enjoying a gala while, in their homes on a screen after a long day's work.
Well, one of the things you're doing in this event is you're also using it to help some of the local businesses. How is that going to work exactly?
So the theme this year is Dinner in Black, and the concept of that is we wanted to highlight Black artists, Black-owned small businesses, and Black community leaders, as well as honor and celebrate the work of Madison Park Development Corporation and Hibernian Hall. And the way that we wanted to achieve that through the event was dedicating a portion of the budget. Over 70% of the event budget is going to support local Black and people of color owned businesses and artists. One of the ways that we're doing that is when people purchase a ticket, the event is free, but there is a ticket purchase option where our staff and board will hand deliver safely a custom swag bag or a gift pack to your home before the event. And in those bags, we have, let's see, we got custom masks made from Seymour Green, as a Black-owned printing business in Rosendale Square. We have some accessories, some fun little things to wear during the gala. But to make it feel like you're having dinner with us, we're including a $25 gift card to a locally owned restaurant. And we've chosen 4 restaurants. You don't get to choose your own restaurant. It's a surprise, but Mita, Slade's, Haley House, and Ethnica Catering. They're all local, and a few of them are Black-owned. Another thing that we're doing is our online auction, which is different this year. We've never done one of those before. And typically in an online auction, you ask for in-kind donations, which means that the business donates the item and, you know, they just get promotion. We actually allocated a portion of the budget to pay for our auction items this year. And we specifically purchase items from Black-owned businesses. So
events mean recognition for people who made a difference in the community. One of them this year is Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, but there are 2 other people at least being honored. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
So every year at Sparks for Arts, we celebrate community catalysts. And typically it's a community leader and an artist. So this year, yes, Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley will be joining us and accepting a Community Catalyst Award. But then we also have Darlene Smart. She is a glass artist, and also she's heavily involved with Roxbury Open Studios, which takes, you know, in the past has taken place at Hibernian Hall as one of the sites. And then this year we have a really special new award. It's the Edna Bino Neighborhood Champion Award. And this is the first one, and it's going to Lisa Hall. Lisa's been with lived in Orchard Gardens for 14 years and is a board member, has been a board member for 10 years. The Edna Bino Award is in honor of Edna Bino, who's an activist and leader in the Orchard Gardens community and was responsible for the relocation, and she insisted on having the Orchard Gardens K-8 school be established. So she's a well-known figure in the community. We wanted to honor her, and we're going to honor Lisa Hall as well.
Well, Kelly, the dinner itself is on Zoom. You've also got a children and youth component on Facebook streaming live. I know there are more details we don't have time to fit in here, but if people want more information or details, what's the best way for them to find that?
Visit our website at www.madison-park.org, or you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
Great. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us.
Thank you so much.
It was Kelly Ransom from the Madison Park Development Corporation.